So how I would deal with emotions was cutting myself. And I started that in high school. I was like, this works.
And she said, I don't know. I have never drank alcohol in my life. We have never seen alcohol in this house. Warning: this podcast episode discusses sensitive topics, including mental health, abuse, and suicide. The content may be distressing or triggering for some listeners. If you or someone you know is struggling, please consider seeking support from a mental health professional or contacting a crisis helpline in your area. Listener discretion is advised.
We met in the gym. I couldn't keep up with the gym because I was always hungover. Have you tried to work out hangover?
Oh, girl. That's why I'm like, make plans with me on Saturday. Yeah. When I don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, because it's the hardest thing to do. It is so hard. And you can get to a point where you feel like throwing up, and then you're over sweating. And you're sweating alcohol. You can smell yourself. Yeah.
It's a terrible feeling.
So bad.
So I was like, you know what? I want to get right with my fitness. I want to get right with I want to be a better friend, a better daughter. I just want better. And I was like, I don't think alcohol is helping me. So I'm just going to go on a break, a detox. You know, we all start the year. I said, I want to do a 3-month detox. And in that, I found God again, fixed that relationship. And I was like, I think I like the sobriety. Yeah. So I stayed sober. And I'm still sober. And I thought I'd break it after a year. But I really like being sober.
Did that affect your friendships in any way?
I mean, I did lose my sherehe. Well, I did lose a lot of sherehe friends, actually.
Because, there are people, and it's just sherehe friends.
But still, you have a place in my heart.
Yeah, because I'm like, Shoros. But I think for me, it is, there's once I remember going to Milan, and I came with money. Yeah. I was ready to spend the money. But then I entered like this. Shots. Baby, come join us. Come. And I was like, I like this. This is nice. And then now when you stop drinking, it's like, no one is calling you.
No one, actually.
First of all, the minute I started talking about God, that changed a lot of things. It's like, excuse me, Mokoka. And I was like, Seti, now I've become it's not like I've changed. It's not like, it's just, I have an advocate. That's it. Like there's someone else who's in control of my life. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that we cannot hang. Yeah. But I think it's just different. People also, in those seasons, I think you get to know people for who they are and the place that you hold in their lives.
Yeah. And the amount of this, I had, I'll never forget my 22nd birthday in the club. See, there were many people.
Oh,
see, it was filled to the brim.
It was with the girls coming in with the shonos and the bottles and stuff, and everyone was taking videos.
Right, and it was so many.
If anything, I met so many new people. Then I was like, "You're her friend."
Nice to meet you, right?
Nice to meet you,
but now,
Stephanie.
Yeah, right. But then now, if you look back, I'm with all respect, I love my friends, but I can count my friends on my hands.
Same.
From having crews. Click. I had multiple, which gang am I hanging out with today? Yeah. So I lost a lot of friends, but I don't know how to explain. I didn't really feel too bad about it because I learned my place in their lives. And so they were good influences to me anyway. They were helping me grow and glow and other things.
And that was the only thing. When you find that the only conversations we're having, it's like, when are we having lunch? When are we going to drink? When are we going... That's it. It's like, that's what I was saying even in the last episode. It's like, I really appreciated that from a friend who made me start looking at friendship on a deeper level. And I was like, wow, there's kumbe, we can do other things other than just drink. We can talk. Wow. This is nice.
We can enjoy activities.
I love this.
Yeah, but don't have to be,
drunken activities. Yeah.
So I lost some friends, quite a few, but I have no hard feelings towards them actually. If anything, I'm at peace. Everyone with their path, their pace. And then also what's interesting is with alcohol, actually with many things, I'm really not judgmental on, oh my gosh, you're drinking. For first a big season, I actually before now I left the country, I was in the club still because I genuinely enjoyed the dancing.
Music. Yeah.
I genuinely enjoyed the music and hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
Even a hot coffee, I was still having a good time. Because I was generally just because I'm not drinking doesn't mean I feel like I'm any better than any of you. It's just my journey in this season. But even like the friends who are trying to figure it out, it's still like so much grace. One, I don't think my path is for everyone. I had a problem. You know what I mean? I don't think everyone has to take these drastic measures of complete cut off. But yeah, I think I'm very grateful for my friend circles. Kabisa, I have no complaints. And I'm happy to be sober. I like it here. And then I may shout this man out the whole episode. And I'm glad to have now my partner is also not, my fiance is also not heavy on drinking. I know, crazy. My fiance is also not heavy on drinking.
And I think that started becoming like a thing for me as well. Like whenever I'm dating or whatever, I'm like, I don't want to be in the club. Let's not go to the club.
I'm sorry, but like a pet peeve, like I'm not dating anymore, so that's where you guys to decide. But like, we can't walk into a club and you know the bouncers.
And you're everyone. Hey, Niaje Brayo, what's up? It's been a while.
I mean, that was me, but literally.
You know the way my eyes will start twitching and I'm like...
All you do in your free time is go to the... Anyway, I'm sorry. Me, I'm not looking.
I think in this season I can't. Because also my body, I realize that my body cannot handle it anymore. The hangies were just... I drink Friday, I'm getting sense of life. Sunday evening, and I have to be in the gym on Monday. So I'm like, I have to not strategically just drink on Friday so that I can take the whole weekend. And I was like, my whole weekend will just be for nursing hangovers.
And you know, it's just to wake up on us. Also, something that also big for me. I wake up on Saturdays and Sundays. Fresh. And I'm fresh. I'm happy too.
Do you know the other day what I loved? We woke up early on Sunday morning and went for paddling.
That's so cute.
I was like, who are we? Went for paddling. We had breakfast, went home, showered, and went to church.
It's like,
and I was like, this sounds
nice. Right? Not the one for your help, and you're like, you're hearing the buzz. You're like, quiet.
And also, you're there contemplating whether you can be able to go to church because you'll be huffing.
There's that, and you'll be sleeping. I remember always sit in the back, or sit in the back of the church because I'm like, I don't want you guys to.
And I'll be just, my head is falling anyway. Like, I'm not even doing anything.
Yeah. And then also, like, the hangover, anxiety.
Ooh.
Anxiety.
Alcohol, depression. The after.
Shukisha.
Like, every single time after I drank, I always felt like I'm such a shitty person.
Right.
Like, what am I doing with my life? It was always, what am I doing with my life? Why did I do that?
Exactly.
Did I overshare?
Exactly.
For me, I was like, I had
overshare.
that. Yeah, every time.
I'll overshare. I'll tell you everything. So I think for me, it was always, why? So what did I say to this guy? Did I overshare? And I think now what drew the line for me before now, this other situation, is like there's once I got so drunk and I slept in the Uber, and like when he was dropping me home, he was like, I couldn't get you to wake up, so I had to call your neighbor to carry you to your home. So I woke up in my bed.
But you didn't know how.
I didn't know how.
Those nights?
And for me, I was like, thank God for that Uber driver. Because what is happening right now is they will take advantage of you.
Yeah.
So the fact that someone was like, oh, maskini, she's drunk, let me just... Because I lived in a compound with 3 different houses. So they just rang the bell for the different house, the main house. Martha came, they helped me carry. They took my key from my handbag, opened, put me in bed. But what would have happened to me because of drinking myself silly and thinking, oh my God, I got this. It's so late.
Also, like, something else is, I keep telling my like younger cousins, my sister, is that the company you're drinking with.
That's another episode on its own. Because when you know the only thing that connects you guys is alcohol, they don't like you. They don't care about you. They don't care about you.
Did you get home safe? Did you not?
Nothing. They really don't care. You
Is this guy taking you home? Yep.
Good. Oh, she went with some guy she met at the bar. That's it.
And like now you look back at that like now with meaningful friends.
It's like, Keren, we are going home now.
Yeah, there's not a debate at who is this.
I know you're not that in love. I promise. It's just a tequila. Let's go home. Yeah.
We'll talk about it
tomorrow. Let's go home. But like you find that people, and I think in 2021, that's when I saw it. I saw that people were really, the people that I was around were really marveling at my misery. It's just for like, I was going through so much at the time. And because we were hanging out and we were all trauma bonding. And I was the one going through the hardest because I've just come from an abusive relationship and I'm in court proceedings. Guys are just like, we want to hear her story. Let her just even continue being so. So like the more drunk I got, the more I cried, the more I was just miserable. And I'm telling you, they ate that shit up, friend. They ate it up completely. And I remember when I decided I'm done with you guys, I'm moving on.
Yeah.
No one called, no one texted, nothing. It's only one friend who was just like, so you decided to just leave us like that. And I was like, there's nothing you guys were doing for me. There was no therapy that you decided to even just be like, Mr. Chero, you're not doing well at all. Can we seek other ways to like deal with this thing? Nothing. And that's when I was like, I now know my place in your life and I'm glad that I've left. I wish you well. Let me go this other side.
So perfect. I don't know why, like many times when you're that down, those are the people that you find and that you find solace in. And I don't know, I don't understand.
Trauma bonding. That's the whole concept behind trauma bonding. It's like, oh, me too, babe. Okay, let's drink. Let's drink. Let's drink because everyone is going through something worth drinking over. Yeah. Okay, so now you're in a season of fiancéing.
That's crazy, guys.
I remember when I think your partner, let me not say his name, he added us to a group. And I don't know, for a while, a couple of days, I didn't hit me. I felt like, oh, Keren is coming to the country, so we're just surprising her. That's great. And then it hit me one day. I said, this man might be proposing. So I called him. I said, excuse me, sir, are you proposing to Keren? He's like, Sasa, now, why do you want me to tell you? I said, are you proposing to her? Yes, I am. Where? And for me, my questions were, is there a videographer? Is there a photographer? Do you know what dress she's wearing? Did she make her nails? Like, let's not have bad pictures on this day. This is not the day for that. But also, in the same breath, I was like, oh my God. And I don't think it's hit me. I think maybe now your show is going to be like, yeah, she's getting married. Like, we're giving house now for you. I was like, I think that's when it's going to hit me. But like, the journey of your relationship with your partner has been very beautiful to see.
I thank God for that, man.
It has been very beautiful to see because I think we did not see it coming initially. It's been such a beautiful journey and I don't think we saw it initially. And I think there's a time where we're just like, let's just leave him. He's not good for us. He's stressing us. He's not adding any value.
And that was just so much fear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, because even in the seasons where I was like doubtful, there's still a lot of, can I use someone who got away? Like, do you know that?
Like deep down you knew.
Deep down, like, I don't remember, there's always that feeling for,
that's not the end.
that's like,
Yeah.
the amount of, and I keep saying this to him, but the amount of love he shows, I wish that on everyone, at least just for a part in their lifetime. It's such a genuine, sincere, pursuing kind of love. Bless. But yeah, this season is crazy. I don't think I would have done this if it wasn't him. Because like should I expose my exes? Anyway, but there's another, like, my previous partner had also tried to go down the marriage route and I fled. I was in someone
running. I was about to say running to you, but then we were running away. Yeah.
Like, you hear how girls are excited to, and he was a good guy, just not my guy. You see how girls are excited to be taken ring shopping. That man would take me into a ring shop and I'm running. Like, I'm like,
don't do that.
Are you not hearing?
Don't do that. It's not you, friend. You're not the one for me. And I know you're not the one for me. And I think now, at this age, there are two things I'm afraid of. The death of a parent, and by parent I mean my mom, and marrying the wrong person. And by that I mean having the wrong father to my children.
That's another one. No, like, those are two different things.
They can be the same
They
person.
can be your life partner, and then now there's the person, like the bad, like, because they play two very big roles.
So I'm like, if I marry the wrong person, they can change the trajectory of my life completely, either for the good or for the bad. So it's a decision that I was like, I think for me, it's when I looked at the gravity, I was like, then this, even just from the outside looking in, based on the details that you'd share, I was like, I think this is a safe space. I think this is good. This is healthy. And for many people, the assumption is like that marriage doesn't work or relationships are chaotic. And I'm so glad that
I think I had gotten there also, like, low-key. I was like, this marriage thing, like, it looks good on the outside. But I've seen the
PR is not good. The PR is for marriage is not good
you guys
at
are struggling.
all. Yeah,
and I can see it.
and it's,
I don't want
also
that.
because of the many people who are in marriages but are in relationship with other people.
Let me just say something.
Yeah.
Keren Mairu will traumatize you. I need you to close your eyes as you operate in the city. Because the way people move, it's like if that's what marriage is, coming out.
I don't want it.
And I think my hyper independence has always made me feel like I've
this.
never been afraid to be alone. Let me say that. I've never been the kind of girls who fear not being in a relationship, who fear, like, if anything, I'm very at peace. Yeah, I'm very, like, for me to let you in, it's like, what are you adding to what I already have? I'm okay. Like, trust me, I'm okay.
There needs to be an addition.
There has to be an addition.
Not a subtraction at all.
I'm very at peace. Like, and it's definitely hyper independence because I'm like, I have my girls, I have my family.
I'm good. Money, I'm chilling.
I'm working.
I'm good. The body banging. Holidays, we are chilling.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, I don't
need that. But I don't think even when going into a relationship, it's on a need basis. Yeah. It's I want you in my life. It should never be. And that's something I remember always being keen on. Like, I never want it to be like, I need you in my life. No, I don't need you. I don't need you. And I think my fiance and I are always keen on, one thing that we are confident in is that we both came here complete. I'm not trying to fulfill you in any way. I'm not trying to be your happiness. I'm not trying to become complete, but we add on to each other. You know what I mean? There's no, like, if you have those issues, it's Jesus. Imagine like a partner is not going to fix them. And also that the idea of, I think, spirituality also ties into the aspect of marriage, because Robert Madu says this all the time. Shout out to Robert Madu. If you watch this, I don't know if you will, but like if you do, we love your sermons. But literally, it was just like in a triangle shape. If you're the husband and you're the wife, and you're all praying to one person, you will eventually meet somewhere. Yeah, those are the things I started looking at when I was not conscious post breakup. Let's say 2023 is when I was like, okay, so now what type of man do I want in my life? And I was like, there's certain things that are now important to me that weren't important to me before. Like before, I was just like tall, dark, and handsome. Period. That's it. But you know what's crazy is like even that what I learned is that like, because now, okay, my conclusion was after that breakup was, okay, God, I know I'm praying for like a good man. He's probably gonna give me some guy who looks like God knows what. Just but he's going to love like a mother can love. Yeah, but I know he's going to love you and he's going to be but I'm ready for, not in a bad way. I mean, church boys are, God bless you. Yeah. But I had a bad feeling of what was coming my way. But then my man came up, but God reminded me that he wants good for me. Good for you. Like he knows good looks. He knows exactly what I wanted. Everything. From looks to many. Shut up. Keep quiet. No, get out. No. Your face friend. No. I'm done. I'm so done with you right now. I'm talking about looks. Like my man is fine and I'm grateful. Shut up. Get out. Anyway, as I was saying, from like looks, like I keep saying, his like headspace, exactly, physical, like you guys go to the gym together. You both work out. A man who's smart, working hard, ambitious. I think one of my biggest things has been like ambition for a man, and hard work. And like God said, okay, I know you want those things, and it's okay. Like I'm not going to. You don't have to. I won't compromise for you. I won't like take away the looks or take away the heart for God or take away this so that you can have that. Like there's actually someone who has everything that you want. Yeah, and I'm preparing him for you, and he's going to be like, you just chill. Just chill. Better than like you can. Yeah. Ask, think, or imagine if you ask me. So, yeah. I like that she's so smitten, guys. I just like you know they're smitten for like a new relationship when it's hot, hot and popping, and it's like so. But I think there's like a different level of love that you guys have unlocked post engagement. Post engagement, and also I think post engagement. It's like different. It's hot. It's like you wanna marry me. Like you want me. But you know, it's something to say I wanna marry you, and something to like. You've talked to my father. Parents. Hey, you want to, you're serious. Crazy business. How did your father receive this man? So I've always been my daddy's little girl. Also, like I grew up a tomboy, so like all his activities, it's you. It was me. Yeah. Like what are we doing? Yes. Like what mountain are we climbing? Like I'm down. Yeah. Right? So we had, again, you know, he even saved me that time. So we've had a like good relationship for most of like my childhood and teenagehood.
So I told him I was getting married. He was like, on the phone, because I was, in Dubai. I was like, I found a guy. I like him. And I think you like him too. And he was on the phone, super receptive. He was like, I'm happy for you.
That's great.
I'm happy you're happy. Like, let's make this work.
Yeah.
But then now when the time came, I think, one, I'm the firstborn in the home. I think the way he's processing is,
this is my baby leaving the house.
Yeah. Someone was talking to telling me that many times, like, the dads will, like, it will hit them, like, when they're walking down the aisle and they panic.
And they cry.
Like, yeah, they cry. Like, apparently there's a dad who was asked, like, who's giving this daughter to be married? And he was just there, like, it's not like he doesn't like the guy, but he was like, what do you mean? Like,
is this happening?
Where is she going?
You're taking my child.
You're taking my child away. How?
Also, you're the first girl.
I'm the first girl, and I've been daddy girl. So it's like, it's a lot of emotions for him.
To process.
And sometimes it's funny to see, like, him go through it. And, like, you see him, like, okay, so, like, yeah, it's happening. Folks. So I think he's still processing it. Yeah, he's still going through the motions.
Both your parents are.
Both of them are, yeah. And I'm learning. I think my mom just happy to have me married. I don't know if she feared it didn't happen. Like, the excitement is, I'm like, okay,
chill.
It was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like,
when you ought to be out of this house. Is
right?
it? Yeah.
Relax. Like, she's just happy. Like, often I'm like, Mom, I promised, I was going to get married. She, like, had lost all hope in me.
Yeah.
And I'm only 24.
24. That's crazy. Right, the people who don't even get married till, like, in their 30s.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, those are the marriages that shika, by the way. The ones that you're both financially stable, you both know what you want, you've worked on yourself. Right. Those are the ones that shika. But also, in God's timing, He will make things beautiful.
That was my goal. Me, I said, I've had the podcast. I'm not in a rush.
Not the podcast. We are good. We are good here, guys.
No, like, let me share, like, good insights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's giving 30. I'll be self-aware. Yeah. You know? And I'll know myself. But then also, like, what I learned was everything I wanted to chase before marriage. And this is okay. Like, everyone can do their own thing. But God revealed to me that all these things I was trying to chase and do were all for my glory and none for Him. It was all very selfish, self-driven. I remember asking God, but God, I wanted to...
Like, what is the intent behind it?
Because I was telling God, because, like, conversations with God, we're, like, going through this process, like, okay, God, like, why now? And he's like, okay, why not? I said, I need to do A, B, C, D. And he was like, why? And for who? Did I ask you to do those things?
For societal validation?
Yeah. I just, again, there were the things I wanted to achieve, wanted to build the name Keren Mairu and just to build Keren Mairu. And now that my life is not like my own, like, that's not the goal, to just build Keren Mairu for being Keren Mairu. It's like, what does God want me to do for His glory? And He revealed to me, hey, like, those things, it's okay. Keep working hard, they're going to come. But there's a blessing in marriage I got for you. Like, breathe, sister. So,
and there's a purpose in that.
And there's a purpose in that.
And you will only figure it out once you get
Another thing
married.
about God, like, let me just say this. It's very frustrating sometimes that He only gives the next step.
Not the future. Oh, no, friend. No, it's like what we're doing, Kesho. That's it. Yeah, or even what I'm going to talk about right now. But that's it.
Beyond that,
and that's how you, when we talk about moving with faith.
That's it.
By faith and not by sight. Because you genuinely, if you decide to look, the stats are not that great. If you decide to, with your sight, the stats are not that great. You'll actually just suffer with depression because you're just like, am I actually going to survive this marriage? If you look at our aunties and our uncles and our parents and all these things.
And then also just the other day, I saw, like, okay, so I don't have to expose him, but shout out to Victor Peace. But, like, his title was really why I shouldn't have gone married at 24. I said...
and you're getting married at 24?
I said, I'm going to watch, to listen and learn. But, like, even, like, to be honest, the odds are stacked against me. In this, like, even in our generation, people are not getting married. Marriages are not lasting. People are getting divorced after...
And people are getting married, but they're also actively cheating on their spouses.
Exactly. Very actively. And even if they're in marriages, they're very unhappy. So, like, it doesn't look good on, like, to be honest, if I look, I'm just like...
Is it really going to work?
Good, like...
But again, I think the foundation of your faith, and now his faith as well, your partner's faith, is what together will be able to make a difference. And I always tell you, I think there's a purpose in your marriage. Yeah. There's definitely a purpose in your marriage. There's a purpose in your story. You'll get to figure it out once you get there. Like, but in this moment, you need to just believe in the unknown.
And it's crazy that I've just, because, you know, I've just chosen to trust because
Yeah.
now there's nothing else I can do.
Yeah.
And I mean, like when I look at like even if I now focus on the now,
Yeah.
I'm very blessed. Like the fiance himself, what the future is looking like. There's like a lot of blessing there. But then I want to
Yeah.
know after like 5 years, you know what I mean? The planning thing. But could I say, you know what? I'll take care of now and tomorrow as well, but just trust me with now.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
And practicing being present and enjoying,
and
because you lose this this
Right?
moment.
And I'm not gonna get this one again.
Yeah,
So
you lose this moment.
I need to be here, be happy, be giddy.
Yeah. Be young, be hot, you know,
hot,
before the
such a
kids
man,
come in,
right?
and all these other things come
I
in.
can wait those ones.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the new season I'm in, and it's a very interesting season, and it's very, very interesting. But yeah, I'm excited.
I'm glad. How's content going?
Content now, oof, that's an interesting one. Now, content creation.
because there's a lot of self-sabotage that is happening right now with your content.
A lot.
And for me, it baffles me because I do it as well. But like it baffles me when you see content performing well and you know that you need to do more of that and you do more of that, but it comes to the posting, you're like, I don't really care.
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't do it.
And it's different when like now I have been like, yes, first of all, I'm not about all my content, to be honest. Like I love hair videos. Like that's why I started content to show girls how to style their natural hair. Like that's genuine passion.
You are the babe for that.
It makes me so happy.
Yeah.
But
I'm surprised they didn't put you on a billboard.
It's okay, just not in the city.
Yeah. Oh, let's go. International, baby. It's giving international.
Yeah. But like that one I love so much and I'm not able to. But worse than that is the fact that I felt God just telling me that, hey, the space is given me. I'm supposed to do something for him. And I just began by sharing verses and I just felt called to just encourage. Like at the matter of like, God, am I to call out Christians? And he was like, okay, that's
chill. That's your dad's job.
Yeah, like, that's not like
let the pastor do the pastor. Yeah, let the dad, the pastor do. Yeah,
whatever I'm calling you to encourage. I'm calling you to give hope. I'm calling you to like just speak my name. Like just let them know about me. That's
and that
it.
can look different in different ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now because of that, the amount of like the enemy is now very present.
Oh,
I'm there about
talk about spiritual warfare real quick.
I'm there about to record a video and I'm like, but you didn't even do your prayer time today.
What makes you think you're worthy of this?
Why should you? Like, that's for you. That's not for God anymore.
You're pretending.
You're a liar.
You're even worse.
You're worse than them.
The drunkards and the whores.
You're
worse than them.
You're a hypocrite.
Why?
Because you didn't wake up earlier.
And I think when the devil speaks to you, it's so harsh. You're just like, I'm not gonna survive from this. A negative self-talk that enters. And I think for me, the reason why it was so important for me to get hold of my mental health is because I know the devil attacks my brain. That's it. Once it has control of my mind, then everything else shuts down. So if it's through the negative self-talk, it will come in moments when I know I'm about to do something impactful or about to post something impactful. I know something that is going to create an awareness of sorts that is like, just chill, which is what ended up with like the weekly dose of positivity. It's like, so you're telling people to be positive and you're just here, eating yourself to sleep and stuff. It's like the negative self-talk.
I really enjoyed those.
Friend, I think I started doing the Lord's work and the devil was like, look at this, babe. Yeah. We need to bring her back here.
And the intensity of
it comes with so much weight. And like there's a heaviness in my heart that I was just like, maybe I'm not good enough to be doing this. There's people who are meant to be aspirational and inspirational and I don't think not me.
And like those feelings, those thoughts are never from God.
Never.
Ever.
He's here to kill,
steal and destroy. And one thing about him,
he
will
will
do his best. And he knows to hate where it hurts.
Yes.
And I'm glad that like even you took the step to let me get my mental in order.
So I can be able to be of service to God. And I think this is a form of ministry. I may not be able to read out to you Christian verses every other day, but in one way or another, sharing this story will inspire you to either get out of bed or get the help that you need, or just know that you're not in this journey by yourself. And I think that's good enough.
Yeah.
In this season.
Even just like put a smile on someone's face. You don't know how far that goes.
It just makes someone happy.
Imagine.
Like pure entertainment.
And there's a ministry, but the way the enemy will come. And again, the intensity of it.
How do you deal with the spiritual warfare though? And how are you able to? How are you able to
Pray and
identify it? Okay.
just like that's
Oh, fasting
literally
friend is so tough.
that's it is.
Oh, like the other day we were trying to fast together for this podcast, and I said, "Hey, hey, you know the days are like when I don't eat and I'm good, yeah.
When it's time to
So now when it's time
focus.
actively to pray and fast, all of a sudden I'm like, hey, nazile chips, zingebamba sahi, and then I actually buy the chips. Like there's no self-control whatsoever, and I'm like, why is that now I'm eating so much, and when I actually don't need to eat, it's easier for me not to eat. But when I decide to not pray and fast,
It gets
it
tough.
gets
Like I've
difficult.
seen so many people sharing. Like there's a girl who was sharing. It's a very nice video.
Mm.
I love TikTok, by the way. So this
We're
girl was
TikTok
sharing.
girlies.
Yeah, this girl was sharing how she was going to share her last meal after her 3-day fast. She was sharing how this was like her first successful fast after so many tries. And I felt her. I was
And
like,
that's
"It's not
encouraging.
easy."
That's
She's like,
encouraging.
"This is my first successful fast, guys." Like she was like,
I don't think I've ever had a successful fast.
but it's not small though.
Oh, actually, I think I've had it with my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one successful fast, but I was doing it with my mom.
Yeah.
And it was active. Like we were praying at 6 in the morning, praying at 12 p.m., praying at 6 p.m. as well.
Yeah.
So because of the accountability and the fact that she was just constantly in my ear, she was like reading this fast, do this, do this. And I was completely healed from something that I was like suffering from. And I know that's a testimony in itself, but there's also so much stigma around that. We'll have a conversation about that. But like I was completely healed. I was completely healed from it. And I was like, so this can work, you know? Then I said, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
And then when I started doing it again, I failed.
But maybe by
Day
yourself,
two,
like it might need like, because unless like it's like a time of attack where I'm like, okay, I will go 3 to like 5 days. Normally, like I just try to schedule it like 1 day a week. Not only is that good for your physical health, it's generally good to like fast for a day to like reset your something in the gut and your body.
cardiovascular.
And do you? I would have
If you had that degree, you'd have known
I
what
tell you,
words to
it's
use.
chemicals. Anyway, but chemistry.
Chemistry balance. Yeah.
But I know it's even good for you physically. But just at once a week, you say, okay, 6 to 6. At least at 6 p.m. It's
Yeah.
okay. But let me fast. And it's like a muscle you build with that. So
The advice would be start slow.
Start slow. Like
Yeah.
don't rush. And then also, like, doesn't have to be like extremes. You know what I mean? Like you can say, okay, my fasting today is from social media. And the time I've been on social media, I'm going to spend time with
Or it's
God.
from junk food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It can be like, it doesn't have to be
From
no food.
vaping.
For a whole day. A whole
Let's
week.
talk about it.
And we go there.
Let's go talk about it. Oh, vaping is a whole other story in itself, guys. We'll have that conversation. Oh, the vaping is finishing us. Me included. But sorry for another
One
day.
blueberry mint at a time.
Yeah. Or not one blueberry mint at a time. Girl, it's blueberry menthol.
Sorry.
Anyway,
I know
yeah.
that's professionally sorry.
But I think you're doing such a great job in impacting this generation. And it makes me so happy to see you thrive in a different realm of your life. Being a wife, becoming a wife. Becoming a wild.
I've
That's
been
wild
baking bread from
business.
scratch.
That's wild business. But also I think one of the things that you've inspired very much in my life is to chase a relationship with God. I think I told you that from the beginning of our friendship. I was like, you make me want to do better. Better with God, better for myself. And that is what influence is, truly. So if you're doing that to me in close proximity, what could you do for the masses, you know? So in the event that you need a place, you'll watch this video again.
I don't know if I can.
Yeah, you'll watch it again.
Watch party.
You watch it again and you'll be like, you know, there's something that is in you that God wants to use, clearly because of the many suicide attempts that you've had and have not been successful. Same here. We are here for a reason. We might as well do the thing.
Might as
We
well.
might
There's
as
nowhere we're
well.
going.
So with the content that you're hoarding, you might as well post it. With the things that you want to share that you're doubting yourself, that's the devil, just do it. And even as we wrap up this conversation, I want to ask you a question that you brought it up. Now it has become a routine upper Hatch to My podcast. What are you glowing through and what are you growing through?
What am I growing through? I'm growing through actually.
Growing,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the mental health area. I am, as I said, I'm balancing. I want to see like also it's like a very like high, very intense season in my life. So
a lot of decision making.
A lot of like wahala. There's just a lot happening. It's just like a very intense season. So it's granted that I am all over the place. But what I'm going through is one, I'm accepting that I might not fully be healed from depression and anxiety, and that's okay. And God still has a story in that. And just because, like the video sent yesterday, just because it's not instantaneous doesn't mean He's not healing me.
Let's go.
And it has been a hard pill to swallow, but I'm okay with it. I'm making peace with it, and I'm walking, growing through it. What am I glowing through?
Oh, the fiance era, friend. It's hitting. It's hitting different. Like your skin looks so different. Everything
I'm
about
in
you.
the gym
Every day. And I think you're in the gym now with the motivation of a wedding dress.
You got me.
Yeah.
You got me.
That wedding needs to be like,
I don't want to breathe. What waste, Keren?
nothing. Yeah. But I think you're really like glowing through this season. Like it's so beautiful, and that means that you're with the right person.
Yeah. And I'm very, very grateful. You know, like, hey, yeah, tumekapitia huko.
Any closing remarks other than that for our listeners?
One, I think, because a lot of our conversation is centered around mental health.
Yeah.
It's okay not to be okay. I think it's not even coming from me. It's okay to have a relapse, so to call. It's okay to not have fully figured it out or fully recovered from it. It's totally okay. It's okay to ask for help. And first of all, please go to therapy. Please go to therapy, guys. If you can't afford, there is free therapy.
Yeah, check Leader KM's post.
Yeah, I love that post. And then it's okay to get the help. It's okay if the help now is meds. It's okay. But then now beyond that, so yeah, just the mental health. It's okay not to be okay. Ask for help. Go get it. It's totally okay. And then love God, man. Like I'm sorry, I just have to end with that. Like, man, Penda Mungu. Just love God, because who I am, what I am, all I am. Like life has meaning. You know, life has meaning beyond.
Completely, it is different.
When
you know whose you are.
You know whose you are and who holds tomorrow. Like even though the anxiety is shaking me, I'm like, but he has no, like his track record is perfect. Ajaniangusha. So I'm gonna be
fine.
Okay, so.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks for having me.
This was so good.
This was so nice. I like this.
So please make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on all our podcast platforms, the Hat to Mic podcast, and we'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.